watching the award-winning program. You're watching the award-winning programming service of Cablevision of Boston and Brookline, Cablevision 21. As the Brookline Warriors and the Walpole Rebels prepare to take to the field, both teams will be out to grab an all-important win. The Warriors and the Rebels are making runs at postseason berths, and now that the rain has finally stopped, both squads will attempt to get one step closer to the playoffs with a victory here today.
From Parsons Field in Brookline, it's the Walpole Rebels taking on the Brookline Warriors in a Bay State League matchup. Hi, everybody. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli. Glad to have you with us today. Walpole, they're coming off a 6-0 loss against Norwood. They dropped to 8-4 earlier this week. Brookline is now 8-4 after earlier this week defeating Braintree 6-4. And Jim, in taking a look at Walpole, who should we keep our eye on?
Well, Walpole's offense has struggled the last couple of games. They'll need to get their offense going. In the Norwood game, they were shut out. They only had 5 hits. With only a couple of weeks left in the season, they don't want to have to face must-win situations to get into the playoffs, Rich.
How about Brookline on the other side?
Well, senior pitcher Seth Burrows, he's doing a great job. He's been the best pitcher for Brookline this season and one of the best in the league. He pitched 3 2/3 innings of hitless relief against Braintree to help the Warriors stay in first place in the Cary division.
As far as the playoff picture goes, the magic number for a berth in the postseason in baseball is 10. If Brookline stays in first place in the Cary division, they get the automatic bid. Walpole, of course, currently in second in the Hergert. A win here today, and they'd be 1 win away from a guaranteed playoff berth, so obviously important to both teams. Brookline's in the field. Let's set the batting lineup for Walpole. Ryan Beltrami is the shortstop. He leads off. Dexter Perry is playing center field and batting second. Mark Anzalone is the catcher. He's batting third. Mike Weber is the third baseman, and he is batting cleanup. Jeff Mayu is the right fielder. He's batting fifth. Chris Noas is batting sixth and playing second base. J.R. Brow is the left fielder, and he's batting seventh. Pat Moriarty is the DH, batting eighth, and Brad Stample is batting ninth and playing first base. As far as the defensive lineup for Brookline?
In left field, we have Derek Verda. In center field, Calvin Chin. In right field, Cotton Ashley. At third base, Joe Mandra. Shortstop, Josh Miller. Second base, Justin Fibery. At third base, John Guilfoy. And pitching, Alex Ruane to Tim Simone.
And stepping in is Ryan Beltrami to lead it off here in the top of the first. And the first pitch of the ball game is ball one. The umpires today behind the plate is Barry Simon, and out in the field is Ralph Gosselin. We're at Parsons Field in Brookline. It's a very strange field. If you look, and you'll see some shots as the 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the right side. Might be playable, giving chase, and it's going to drop just in front of the Walpole dugout as Ruane couldn't quite get there. So the count is 1-1. But if you look, Jim, out there, you'll see just beyond the outfield, beyond the outfield, the grass. There's grass for about 2 feet, and then, of course, the turf of Parsons Field, the football field. And this might be the only high school field in all of Eastern Mass that has both natural and artificial turf. And the point to make there is the 1-1 pitch is swung on and foul tip, strike two. But the point to make is if a ball is hit on the turf and not caught, it's going to roll and bounce a long way.
Yeah, it is. And last year we had a couple of those instances where the ball did hit the turf and go flying. I mean, I would have to say for the center fielder, it's the most difficult because half his area is grass and turf.
A 1-2 pitch, a little low, ball 2-2. Alex Ruane, big right-hander on the hill. Beautiful day for baseball.
Gorgeous.
Couldn't ask for a nicer day. Temperature in the high 70s, sunny, and the 2-2 pitch is ball 3. 3-2, full count to the leadoff man, Ryan Beltrami for the Walpole Rebels. As he faces Alex Ruane, we're in the top of the first. Glad to have you with us for the Cablevision Game of the Week. The 3-2 pitch swung on, popped to the right side. And the right fielder, Carlton Ashley, calls everybody off at the last moment and makes the running catch for one down.
Yeah, good play by Carlton Ashley. Second baseman Justin Freiberg.
It's actually Freiberg. You can't read my writing. That's all right.
Sorry.
That's my fault.
Freiberg made an attempt, but Ashley had a better look at the ball and called him off and made an excellent catch.
Dexter Perry steps in from the right side to face Alex Ruane. And the first delivery to Perry is in there for a called strike. Pretty good pitch over the inside corner. 0-1. There's ball one, a little high, 1-1 the count. Again, as far as the day goes, temperature probably in the high 70s, low 80s. Very comfortable, not too humid, a little bit of a breeze. Couldn't ask for a better day for baseball. 1-1 pitch is in there, apparently just over the inside corner and low. 1-2.
Alex Ruane got his fastball and curveball working pretty well so far.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike three as Dexter Perry goes down swinging. 2 away now. And that'll bring up Mike Weber, the third baseman.
A lot of times you see pitchers go with their off-speed pitches with 2 strikes. There, Alex Ruane, nice fastball to get the K.
Yeah, he came right with the heat. So 2 down now as Mark Anzalone steps in. Batting third. And he takes ball 1. Tell you, it is strange to look out into right field and all the way across through center and even into left center and see that AstroTurf. There's ball 2, 2-0. This is one of the few fields we go to, we do a game from, where there's actually a scoreboard, and it's kept. 2-0 the count with 2 down. And there's a ball fouled back, strike 1, 2-1. Does make life a little easier when you don't have to depend on the umpire or your memory for the strike count, right? And there's the man keeping the scoreboard. Nice shady spot in the dugout. The 2-1 pitch. And there's strike 2. That evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 delivery swung on a miss. Strike 2. Second strikeout of the inning for Ruane. 3 up and 3 down as Brookline will come to bat in the bottom of the first. Let's set the Brookline lineup for you. Playing center field and leading off will be Kelvin Chin. The DH, Nick Luong, will be batting second. He'll be batting for the catcher, Tom Simeone. Batting third and playing third base will be, shortstop will be Joe Mandra. Alex Ruane, the pitcher, will bat cleanup. Carlton Ashley batting fifth will play right field. Sean Guilfoy will bat sixth and play first base. Derek Verda is in left field batting seventh. Josh Miller is the third baseman batting eighth. And Justin Freiberg will play second base and bat ninth. On the hill for Walpole will be Greg Coughlin. And let's set the defensive lineup for the Rebels, Jim. Left to right?
Left field will be J.R. Brav. And in center field is Dexter Perry.
Yep.
Right field is Jeff Mayo. Third base is Mike Weber. Shortstop Ryan Beltrami. Second base is Chris Navis. First base is Brad Stanfill. And at catcher is Mark Anzalone.
Let's take a look at that strikeout again, Jim. The second strikeout of the inning, the one that was the third out.
Yeah, Alex Ruane really has a lot of good movement on his fastball, keeping it down in the strike zone. And the Walpole hitters so far have not been able to catch up to it. Good velocity, good placement of the fastball.
So the lefty, Greg Coughlin, on the hill for Walpole as the Warriors get their first opportunity to bat here today. Kelvin Chin will lead it off. And again, he's the center fielder, and we talked about the fact that that's probably on this particular field the most difficult position to play. And last year, Chin, one of the team leaders in RBI, Jim, with 21.
Yeah, he had a hell of a season last year. He had 39 hits, 21 RBIs, 26 runs, and a 378 batting average. Not bad for a leadoff hitter.
Not bad at all. Talk a little bit next inning, too, about the kind of year Alex Ruane had in '97 from a pitching perspective. We'll get to that when he comes out for the top of the second. But right now, Calvin Chin set to step in and face Greg Coughlin, the lefty. Sun is off to the left of the batters here down the third baseline. And really not a factor right now. And there's a ball hit on the ground to the left side, picked up by the third baseman. Weber fires the first, and in time for the first out. One pitch and one out.
Yeah, not a really hard hit ball by Chin. Weber had plenty of time to get to his left and make pretty routine. Here you'll see the play. Weber going to his left, routine ground ball to get the 5-3 out.
One down now for Nick Leung, the DH. And he is batting for the catcher, Tom Simeon. Ooh. He looks at the first pitch, and that's ball one. 1-0 the count. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Brookline and Walpole, both teams 8-4 in the spring of 1998, and there's ball two. Tell you, this is a pretty nice field for high school kids to be able to play on. I mean, it is kind of funky with the AstroTurf, but there's a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, with some of those games we do in the summertime, some of the Boston fields, this is.
Yeah, you can't ask for much better than this field right here.
This is holy grail compared to that.
No question. There's a ball fouled back and to the right, off the screen. 2-2.
It's great to be here and to catch some amateur sports.
No question.
Beautiful day.
A little outside, ball three, full count. Speaking of beautiful days, a little vacation day out there golfing with your brother Jack. A former announcer for Cablevision Sports. Who won? That's what I want to know.
Not me.
And he loses him. Ball four. So Nick Leung becomes the first base runner in the ball game. And Joe Mandra, the number 3 hitter, will step in as he's playing shortstop here this afternoon with 1 on and 1 out. So it's fair to say I can't ask you what you shot? Would I be able to ask Jack if he were here what he shot?
Yeah,
he did pretty well.
We both did okay. There's a nice.
There's a ball hit through the right side, now to right field for a base hit. 2 on with 1 down now. As Mandra singles, Leung moves down to second. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Alex Ruane, with runners, on first and second. With 1 down.
Very unusual to see a pitcher in the 4 spot. Tells you something about what a good hitter Ruane is.
He had 18 RBI last year. Scored 20 runs and batted .353. So 2 on for Alex Ruane with 1 down. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nice pitch right there from Greg Coughlin. Had a little something on that one.
Yeah, he got a nice ball breaking away from Ruane, and no chance at that.
Alex Ruane at the plate, the 0-1 pitch, and he lays off 1-1. He had a notion, but
just missed. Another off-speed pitch that had Alex guessing, but he held back.
The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. He's got him a little off balance up there.
Yeah, Greg Coughlin's really doing a nice job here with 2 men on base, mixing his pitches and speeds up.
He needs an out right here.
Yeah,
he really could use a strikeout. 2 on, 1 out, 1-2 the count to Alex Ruane. Coughlin looks in for the sign. And now he's going to take a moment as Ruane steps out.
Yeah, Coughlin and Anzalone getting a little mixed up on their signs.
1-2 the count to Alex Ruane. The 1-2 pitch, strike 3 over the inside corner. And Ruane goes down the second out of the inning, and a big out right there for Walpole.
Yeah, tough. Here we'll see Greg Coughlin striking out Ruane with a great fastball to the outside of the plate. Looked a little low there, but right at the knees. And tough pitch to take with 2 strikes.
So far, home plate umpire Barry Simon seemed to have a pretty large strike zone here in the first inning. And there's ball 1 to Carlton Ashley, the right fielder, batting 5th. And here's first appearance. 2 down, 2 on, 2 down, and a 1-0 count on Ashley.
It's too bad Ruane couldn't have moved the runners over, but the strikeout was huge for Coughlin.
No question. There's ball 1, or ball 2, excuse me, 2-0. Should Ashley keep this going, Sean Guilfoy is on deck, the first baseman. 2-0 the count to Carlton Ashley. No score here, bottom of the first, and there's ball 3. That was an easy pitch to lay off.
You know, you mentioned the strike zone. You don't mind an umpire that calls the strike at the knees because it's hittable. You know, he hasn't.
And again, all you ask from any home plate umpire is consistency with their strike zone. There's a strike on a 3-0 pitch. Ashley taking all the way. Again, we have to emphasize what a beautiful day for baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So after falling behind 3-0, Coughlin is battled back against Carlton Ashley, and it's a full count with 2 down, so the runners will be going with no score here in the bottom of the first. Leung down at second, Mandra down at first, the 3-2 pitch, ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for Sean Guilfoy, the first baseman with 2 down.
Nice eye there by Ashley, laying off some close pitches.
Always a tough situation for a batter. 3-2 count, runners, runner in scoring position, 2 down. And you get to that full count, and it's tough to sit back, and anything that's close, the temptation is there to swing away.
Absolutely, especially with runners on early in the game.
Little conference going on at the mound, you can see.
You know, it's tough, too, when you're up at the plate and you're really not sure of the strike zone because the umpire is so inconsistent. But if you know the umpire has been consistent in where he's calling strikes,
sure makes your job as a hitter a lot easier.
It does.
Of course, it takes a couple innings to get a gauge on whether or not the umpire is being consistent with the strike zone.
Right.
So Sean Guilfoy, the first baseman, steps in. Bases loaded with 2 down here in the bottom of the first in a scoreless game as Brookline looks to break on top here. Great opportunity. And, of course, Greg Coughlin and the Rebels want to get out of trouble here without any damage. There's a ball lifted to the right side. That's going to go foul and out of play. Quickly out of play for strike 1.
A little difficult for us to pick the ball up. We have a fence plus a netting in front of us.
Yep.
Makes it a little difficult.
On any balls that are fouled off to this side. There's a ball hit foul down the first base line. It's 0-2. So Sean Guilfoy is behind 0-2 with 2 down and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli, our Cablevision 21 sports crew, and our producer-director Chris Larson. Glad to have you with us on this beautiful day for baseball. The 0-2 pitch is low, just low for ball 1.
Well, I'll tell you, if Brookline doesn't score this inning, it may not hurt them in the game because it's Coughlin's thrown a lot of pitches so far, and it's a very warm evening.
Holds up, and it's now 2-2. Again, the bases are full with 2 down, and now a 2-2 count to Sean Guilfoy. And it looked like Coughlin, the last 2 pitches, is trying to get Guilfoy to swing away and get himself out of a jam here. The 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 3. So the count goes full, no place to put him. With the bases full and 2 down, and the runners will be off here.
Be interesting to see what Greg Coughlin throws here.
The 3-2 pitch, and that's hit on the ground to the third baseman. And it gets through into left field. One run is in, and 2 runs are in. And there's runners on the corners. 2 RBI, a 2 RBI single as it just got under the glove of the third baseman, Mike Weber. Tough to see from this angle with the sun coming down, but it did get through. And now the throw home, and out at home is Carlton Ashley, who's trying to catch him napping, but not before Brookline scores 2 runs. As we go to the top of the second, it's 2-0 Brookline.
As a cancer survivor, I know the importance of treatments. Please join me in supporting the American Cancer Society by participating on June 5th and 6th in our 24-hour Relay for Life fundraising event, celebrating cancer survivors. The money raised will provide important programs and services in your community. For more information and to sign up to participate as a survivor or walker, contact the American Cancer Society, 437-1900.
Hey Boston and Brookline, Cablevision's award-winning Extra Help is searching for EJs for next season. My fellow EJs and I are moving on, so Extra Help is looking for high school students to replace us. Auditions will be held on Saturday, May 30th from 12 noon till 3 p.m. at Cablevision, located at 179 Amory Street in Brookline. For further info, contact Extra Help at 731-4160, extension 122.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the second inning. That was not a hit to end the inning. It's been ruled an error by our official scorer, Chris Larson in the truck, our producer-director today. And he's always the official scorer. We're glad to give him that chore. Due up here in the top of the second, Mike Weber, Jeff Mayu, and Chris Navis. And there's a ball hit right back to the pitcher, Ruane, on the first pitch. Throw to first in time. 1-3 for the out. So Mike Weber is down on 1 pitch. And that'll bring up Jeff Mayu, the right fielder. 2-0 Brookline as they got a couple of runs in the bottom of the first. And we're in the top of the second with 1 down. As stepping in is Jeff Mayu. We do not have a Walpole roster, so as they make substitutions in this game, we'll have to do our best to get up to the umpires or the coach and find out who's being put into the ball game. That was ball 1. Mayu, the right-hander, facing Alex Ruane, the 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled down the third base line. 1-1 the count. Tell you, you're right. It's a great day to be taking in a high school baseball game. We are certainly glad to have all our viewers for this Cablevision 21 Sports Game of the Week. The 1-1 delivery, he lays off, 2-1. A little high for ball 2.
Looking at this Brookline High varsity roster, they have a lot of seniors and juniors, only 2 sophomores.
So they're a veteran team. There's a ball fouled off to the left. 2-2 the count. 1 away here. Top of the second. And Jeff Mayu at the plate facing Alex Ruane. The 2-2 delivery, and there's a ball hit down to the second baseman. Freiberg up with it over to first in time. And they get the out.
Looked like he was safe there. Looked like first baseman
Might have bobbled the ball.
He came off the base. Looked like to me.
Guilfoyle came off the base. Okay.
Looked
But
like
they get the benefit of the doubt, and they get the call as it goes 4-3.
If you see Justin Freiberg, he his throw was wide right, and Guilfoyle came off the base. It looked like lucky break for Brookline.
So now there's 2 down for Chris Navis. And the 0-1 pitch to Navis hit right back to Ruane, knocks it down, picks it up, throw to first in time. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Brookline, but perhaps you're right. The Warriors may have gotten a break there. as it did look like perhaps Guilfoyle was pulled off the bag. But apparently his foot was still on the bag when that ball entered the glove. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. Due up for Brookline, the bottom of the order, Derek Verda, the left fielder, Josh Miller. The third baseman will bat 8th, and Justin Freiberg, the second baseman, will bat 9th. So the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. And let's take another look, if we can, at that play. Okay, this is the first out of the bottom of the or top of the inning. First time Ruane handles the pitch.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job helping himself out defensively. Good fielder off the mound. 2 plays, 2 outs for him in that inning. Excellent job.
Twice they were able to retire a batter, 1-3. I think people underestimate how valuable it can be when a pitcher is a good defensive player, how much it can help your defense.
Yeah.
When your pitcher is a good fielder, he helps himself so much and, in effect, his team.
Yeah, neither one of those balls will really hit hard. It really didn't test him, but if they did get by him, it's possible hits, infield hits. So you're right, Richie. You need a
There's a ball nubbed by Derek Verda, fielded by Coughlin, throw to first in time. Nice play by Coughlin. He had to really come off the mound. Remember, he's a left-hander, so he comes off to the opposite side of the mound, but he got down to that third baseline in a hurry and made a nice throw.
Yeah, he did a good job. He got to the ball, set up, and made a beautiful strike to first baseman Brad Stample.
So what were we saying about pitchers helping themselves out? There's one down. Is stepping in is Josh Miller, the third baseman, and he looks at strike 1. Miller batting from the left side. 2-0 Brookline here. Bottom of the second. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. He chased a high one.
Yeah,
he chased ball 1 there.
Absolutely, way over his head. Bad choice of pitches to swing at.
0-2 the count. To Josh Miller. 1 down here in the bottom of the second. And there's ball 1 as that pitch was a little low. 1-2 to Josh Miller.
Oh,
there's ball 2.
Did a good job holding back there.
So 2-2 the count on Miller, with 1 down here in the bottom of the second. And he hits one down the third base line. It's going to stay fair. Picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first gets away from the first baseman, Guilfoyle. Mandra's throw was in the dirt. The throw down to second is not in time. And standing down at second is Josh Miller.
Yeah, Mike Weber kind of hesitated on that. Wasn't sure if the ball was going to stay fair, Richie. And he had to rush the throw. Consequently, it was a bad throw. First baseman Brad Stample could not come up with it. Here you'll see the ball go right down the...
No, you see the throw.
Didn't see the throw here. It looked like the first baseman Brad Stample should have had it, but it was not a good throw.
Kind of like Mo Vaughn yesterday. Should have had it, right?
Should have had it. Hitting an error.
There's strike 1 to Justin Freiberg. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2.
Beautiful curveball by Greg Coughlin. Caught the inside corner.
Justin Freiberg behind 0-2, the number 9 hitter. Second baseman digging in. 1 down. Runner in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled straight back to the backstop.
Surprised early in the game you might not have your number 9 bunting here, Richie, with no... Oh, there is 1 out. Okay, I take that back.
Yeah, otherwise I'm sure they'd be trying to advance the runner.
Right.
But with 1 out. They'll let him swing away, and he hits a ball to the right side, fielded by the first baseman, throws to the pitcher.
Safe.
It's going to be a close play.
Oh.
Safe. Wait a minute. What's the call?
He's out.
He is out.
That's a makeup call. That's awful.
Tough call right there for Brookline. And the manager, Joe Campagna, out there to argue. We might have another look ourselves. Very, very close play at first.
Richie, he'll see the replay. I don't even think it was a close call. I think the umpire blew the call.
I don't know, that's tough.
Pretty close there, okay.
Pretty close. I mean, didn't it look like they got there just about the same time on that replay? There's a ball hit to the right side, fielded cleanly by the first baseman. He'll take it himself, and sliding in there, Stample. And they're going to say he's safe, that he beat it that time, and that allows Miller to come around to score.
I wouldn't want to have that umpire's job early on in the game. He's had to make some tough calls. I'm not trying to pick on him, but here you'll see the replay. First baseman hesitates, doesn't know whether to throw to the pitcher, Coughlin, or take it himself. Decides to take it himself, and it ends up costing him a run.
So Calvin Chin beats out an infield single. And with 2 down, that'll bring up Nick Leung. With Chung now down at first and a run in, it's 3-0 Brookline. And now the throw down to second as the runner goes. Let's see, he's out of there. A nice throw from the catcher, Mark Anzalone. He threw a strike to Nevis. And that gets Walpole out of any further trouble, but not before Brookline gets another run. We go to the top of the third, 3-0 Brookline.
Sojourner Feminist Institute, publisher of Sojourner, the Women's Forum, presents Out for Laughs 98, a wild night of women's comedy, Saturday, May 30th, 8 p.m. at Northeastern University's Blackman Auditorium. Bertice Berry, Diane Amos, and Marga Gomez dish up an evening of hip, smart, upbeat, and hilarious comedy. For ticket information and reservations, call 524-0415. See you at the show.
Attention golf lovers, join the Golden Splendor Cultural Center for its 5th annual Strokes for Youth golf tournament on Saturday, June 20th at the Franklin Park Golf Course. Enjoy a day of prizes, celebrities, and fun. Win a car at our hole-in-one hole. Pros share a $2,500 purse. All levels are welcome. Proceeds are going toward youth scholarships and programs. For more information, call Shirley Jones at 696-5787.
Welcome back to Parsons Field. We go to the top of the third. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli. It'll be J.R. Brow, Pat Moriarty, and Brad Stample, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Walpole.
You see the stolen base attempt by Brookline.
And the last out of the second inning. There's a ball, first pitch, and that's hit down the first base line. Fair as it gets by the first baseman. Guilfoy goes down the right field line, and it'll be a single to lead off here for Brow. So Brow aboard with a leadoff single here in the top of the third. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Pat Moriarty, who's the DH. Kind of unusual for DH to hit that far down the order.
It certainly is.
I mean, I've seen a DH at 5 and maybe even 6, but 8? That's down there a ways. So down at first is Brow for Moriarty, and he looks at the first pitch in there for ball 1. 3-0 Brookline here, top of the third. We're at Parsons Field, and our Cablevision 21 sports crew. Producer director today, Chris Larson. Throw to first, and back in time is Brow. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli. Glad to have you with us.
Nice piece of hitting by Brow.
Another throw to first, and another reasonably close play, but back in there is J.R. Brow. So Alex Ruane paying particular attention to Brow. We don't have any stats on his base stealing ability, but there's a ball hit to right center field, and unable to make the catch is Carlton Ashley as it goes off his glove. And there's going to be runners at second and third, a double for Pat Moriarty. Actually had it in his glove for a moment, and it popped out. Not an easy play, but he just couldn't hang on.
Probably get a replay here. But it looked like Coughlin came in a little too early on that ball. The ball continued to carry. Got his glove on it and not able to come up on it. It was a hard-hit ball to left-right.
Might have overrun it. And the first pitch to Brad Stanfield, the number 9 hitter, is ball 1. So now runners in scoring position with nobody out. Runners on second and third. And that's ruled an error on the right fielder. There's a ball lifted to the right side. Left fielder coming in, and it's going to drop in front of him. He's going to have to throw to third, so Walpole has one run. They may have a man hung up. They do, as they've got a rundown going on now, and being tagged out will be Pat Moriarty. So Moriarty caught stealing, caught in the run down there. But J.R. Brow scores the first run for Walpole, so with one down, Brad Stanfield, of course, on the run down, taking second.
Yeah, Justin Freiberg did a good job for Brookline.
Ryan Beltrami, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 1. Steps in, swing and a miss, strike one. So one down now, one run in, and a runner in scoring position for Ryan Beltrami. 3-1 Brookline here in the top of the third. And there's strike two. Good breaking pitch there from Ruane. Did you bring any suntan lotion today?
No, I should have.
Could have used some. 0-2 the count to leadoff hitter Ryan Beltrami, back at the top of the order. And he looks at ball 1, 1-2.
Just missed outside. 3 pretty good hit balls so far. Well, this inning on Ruane. Although he should have had another out in his favor.
There's ball 2, 2-2. 2-2 the count to Ryan Beltrami. Dexter Perry is on deck, the center fielder. The 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled back to the screen and out of play. Count holds at 2-2.
Good fastball on the inside part of the plate, jamming the hitter.
The 3-1 pitch, and that's fouled off, and it's going to be out of play down the right field line.
A little tough right now for Walpole. Their dugout is in the sun. Brookline's dugout in the shade. Certainly makes a difference in between innings for the pitches.
And everybody else. Yeah, no question, the sun beating down on the visitors right now. You don't think that that was on purpose, that they worked it out that way when they configured this field, do you? There's ball 3, as that pitch was a little low.
No.
Nah, they wouldn't do that. Just like the Celtics didn't used to turn off the hot water in the visitors' locker room all those years ago in the old Boston Garden, right? Turn the heat way up. The 3-2 pitch, and that's lifted to left field, drifting back, and making the catch is the left fielder, Derek Verda. And now there's 2 down. The ball was hit pretty hard, but Verda right there to make the catch for the second out of the inning, and Dexter Perry with 2 down and a runner in scoring position steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 as he struck out swinging back in the first. And now Joe Campagna and Tom Simeone, manager and catcher, will have a little conference with Alex Ruane. Brad Stanfield still down at second with 2 down now. We're in the top of the third. 3-1 Brookline. But a chance for Walpole to base hit here would get him to within 1. Dexter Perry steps in. First pitch from Ruane is a strike over the inside corner. Good looking pitch right there from the young man.
Hard fastball right at the knees.
And that's the one thing we've seen from him so far. He hasn't got any fastballs up. They've all been right at the knees or a little lower. There's an off-speed pitch, strike 2. 0-2 now. Alex Ruane ahead of Dexter Perry with 2 down.
Well, most of your good hitters, when a pitcher makes a mistake, leaves a ball high in the strike zone, they just snap on it. Most of your mistakes.
The 0-2 pitch, and that's ball 1.
Once in a while, you'll see a good hitter golf a ball out that, but that just comes with good hitting. But most pitchers that keep the ball down,
yeah, they usually don't get themselves in too much trouble. Right. That's right. Especially if they're around the strike zone. Ruane steps off for a moment and looks Stamfel back to second. 1-2 with 2 down here. There's a ball hit right to the third baseman, Mandra. Fields it cleanly, throw to first, in time over to Guilfoy. And that will do it here in the top of the third, but Walpole gets a run, and it's now 3-1 Brookline as we go to the bottom of the third.
Mandra got a nice hop there. Played it perfectly, came right up into the middle of his body, stayed with it, made a nice throw to first. Well, we're going to show you that again. It was such a nice play. Yeah, you see Joe Mandra staying down on the ball. Ball comes up, plays it well, makes a great throw to first base. And Alex Ruane, second and third, no out in that inning, was able to only give up 1 run and doing a nice job getting out of an early jam. Not throwing a lot of pitches, and an error in the inning too.
Nick Leong will lead off. The DH batting second. Joe Mandra and Alex Ruane, the scheduled hitters for Brookline as we go to the bottom of the third.
Do they play 7 or 9 in this league?
7 in high school. 9 in high school. Bay State. All right. Well, there we go. Boston City Leagues, they play 7.
I know about 6 or 7 years ago it was 7, then they moved it back up to 9. I wasn't sure what it was. Our producer, Chris Larson, tells us it's up to each individual league to vote on whether they want to play 7 or 9. Interesting.
So here we go as Leong steps in for the bottom of the third, and he looks at ball 1.
I would think for some of these teams, if, traveling down to Brockton, and by the time they get down there and play the game, 7 to 9 innings would make a big difference for these kids getting home at night.
I would agree with you, especially on a school night.
Right.
2-0 the count to Nick Leong. There's ball 3. So Coughlin still looking for his first strike here in the bottom of the third. Only 2 hits so far for Brookline, but 3 runs. They lead it 3-1, and there's ball 4 on 4 pitches as the DH Leong draws a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Coughlin not even close on all 4 pitches. Pretty easy bat for Leong. And you don't want to make it that easy for the Brookline to get base runners. Down 3-1, 4 balls in a row. Got to try and get it, throw some strikes here to get his team back in the game.
Got to bring up Joe Mandra. He singled and scored back in the first. Scored the second Brookline run. Leong down at first had walked in the first and scored the opening run of the ball game. So Joe Mandra steps to the plate. And now the throw to first, and back in there easily is Leong. Always got to be careful with the left-handers on the hill, huh? don't want to get too big a lead at first, even if you're Kurt Brock. And now time is called as the Walpole manager wants to have a word with Greg Coughlin.
Yeah, I've always felt lefties had a huge advantage
No question.
on their pickoff moves.
Not only in the ability to be able to throw naturally over to first base because they're already facing that way, but also to be able to see where the runner is consistently without really having to look away from the plate.
And it's also very difficult to call a balk on them. They have huge advantage.
And looks like we're going to get a pitching change.
Coach Campagna came out and questioned the home plate umpire. The Walpole coach called timeout after the Walpole pitcher had come set, ready to pitch. Technically, that could have been a balk.
Apparently
I'm not
it's
sure.
not going to be called, but I would tend to agree with you there. And we'll have to see if we can, again, we don't have a Walpole roster.
Coach.
See if we can get the new pitcher for Walpole.
Pat Moriarty.
Okay, so Pat Moriarty has gone into the game to pitch.
No DH.
We already get a few warm-up tosses here. Again, we're in the bottom of the third. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli. 3-1 Brookline as they bat.
Both these teams with 8 wins.
Yeah, and again, 10 is the magic number, so this is a big game for both these teams.
Coach of the Walpole Rebels doesn't want this game to get out of hand.
Yeah, and he saw
Coughlin struggling there early in the third.
4 pitches and a walk to Nick Leung to lead it off. And he'd seen enough, so Joe Mandra will be facing Pat Moriarty. Looks like he comes a little bit sidearm, too. Well, that time he went over the top, but that previous warm-up toss looked like he dropped down. Nick Leung on at first on a leadoff walk, and Joe Mandra, followed by Alex Ruane and Carlton Ashley.
We have no strike count to the batter, right?
Right. This will be the first pitch to Joe Mandra. So Mandra steps in. Again, Mandra singled and scored in the first. He scored the second run for Brookline. First pitch from Moriarty, hit right back to him. He throws down to second in time. Let's see, did he pull him off the bag? No, he just got his foot down. So they get the lead runner, Leung, on the fielder's choice. And that goes 1-6.
Another close play at second. I thought the Millen came off the bag. I'm sorry. Second baseman, shortstop Ryan Beltrami. Here we'll see the replay. Moriarty, nice play. No, he got him.
So now there's one down. And the runner at first this time is Mandra's Alex Ruane, who struck out swinging. Back in the first, he's 0 for 1, steps in. Ryan Beltrami, I guess, apparently did a good job to get that foot down just in time.
First look at it, didn't look like he did, but replay showed that umpire made a great call.
And for some reason, Moriarty's getting a couple of warm-up tosses here. Okay. The ball was hit off his leg, apparently, on that last play.
Yeah.
So they wanted to just give him a couple of warm-up tosses, make sure everything was in working order.
First batter line drive off the leg. A little shaken up, I'm sure.
Tell you, we got a young man, can't be more than about 2. Right behind us is the first pitch to Ruane is ball 1. He's got a Red Sox hat on backwards. Little baseball one-piece uniform on. He is cute as a button. Perhaps a future Hall of Famer, who knows? The 1-0 pitch, and there's strike 1. There you see him. I knew if I mentioned him, our producer-director Chris Larson would get a shot. He is adorable. The 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled to the right and out of play. 1-2. Definitely the kid, not the producer. As cute as a button. Just want to clarify that. Just telling it like it is, Jim. 1-2 the count on Alex Ruane, and there's ball 2. 2-2. 2-2 with 1 down. 3-1 the count. Or 2-2 the count, and 3-1 the lead for Brookline here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Ooh.
There's a ball lifted to the third base side, drifting over and making the catch. The third baseman is Mike Weber for the 2nd out.
Moriarty did a nice job there. He hit off-speed pitch to the outside of the plate, then came back with a fastball inside and fooled
Ruane. Yep. And that'll bring up Carlton Ashley. He walked, and he ended up being caught stealing to end the 1st inning for Brookline as he tried to take home. There's a throw down to second. Runner goes, and he's safe. Stolen base for Joe Mandra.
Mandra with an excellent jump on Pat Moriarty. Mark Anzalone did a good job of getting the ball down there a little high. But,
made it a close play, but you're
did.
right. He got a great jump.
Great jump.
So now he's in scoring position with 2 down. As Carlton Ashley awaits the delivery from Pat Moriarty. Moriarty gives a look back to the base runner, and there's strike 1.
There's that. Here you'll see Mandra with a great jump. Slides down under the tag.
Nice camera work there, too.
Excellent shot.
0-2 the count to Carlton Ashley with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. And there's the bluff. As back into second was Mandra. Moriarty bluffed the throw. Mandra dove back, but there was nobody covering the bag.
Well, that's where the first base coach has got to tell him there's no one there. Hold up. He's got to be talking to him.
Again, a big lead for Mandra, and there's the ball. Hit right back to the pitcher. Throw to first. 1-3. And Brookline is done here in the 3rd. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 3-1 Brookline.
Hi, I'm Coach Willie May of WILD Radio and Fox Sports New England. The Sportsman's Tennis Club invites you to a special weekend celebration on Saturday, May 30th. Join us for dinner, dancing, and the dedication of the Jim and Gloria Smith Tennis Center. On May 31st, compete in the Industry and Community Investing in Children's Tennis Tournament. Both events take place at the Sportsman's Tennis Club in Dorchester. Proceeds will support programs for inner city youth. For more information, call Sandra Wilson at 288-9092.
Hey, Boston and Brookline. Cablevision's award-winning Extra Help is searching for EJs for next season. My fellow EJs and I are moving on, so Extra Help is looking for high school students to replace us. Auditions will be held on Saturday, May 30th from 12 noon till 3 p.m. at Cablevision, located at 179 Amory Street in Brookline. For further info, contact Extra Help at 731-4160, extension 122.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the 4th. And due up for Walpole, the Mark Anzalone, Mike Weber, and Jeff Mayu, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Weber steps in 0 for 1 as he grounded back to pitcher Alex Ruane in the 2nd. Excuse me, this is actually Mark Anzalone to lead it off. The catcher who struck out swinging back in the first, followed by Weber and Mayu. And he looks at strike one. 0-1 delivery, and there's a ball. Grounded foul down the third baseline. 0-2.
Anzalone way ahead of that. Looked like Alex Ruane. Threw him a changeup way ahead. Consequently, he pulled it way foul to the left side of third base.
Of course, the secret of any good pitcher. Throw strikes, stay ahead of the hitters. And the 0-2 pitch is lifted to right center field, and drifting in the right fielder as he makes the catch, and there's one down here as Carlton Ashley had an easy play. And that will bring up Mike Weber, who's 0 for 1. We're in the top of the fourth. They play 9 in the Bay State League. Many high school leagues only play 7 innings. And there's a ball lifted to left center field, hit pretty well, hit pretty deep, and that's going to bounce in there. And I think we might have a home run here. On his horse and rounding second is Weber, and he'll come in and score easily. A home run for Mike Weber.
Yeah, fastball right over the plate.
I guess we would call that a Parsons Field home run.
Well, I tell you, if that was hit a little more to the left center field, that would have cleared the 375 fence. That was a cannon.
Yeah, he really hit that ball a ton.
I bet you he hit that over 400 feet.
Let's take another look as he got all of that one.
Fastball here you see. Center field the chin, trying to catch up to it, and just a ball well hit. Had no chance of catching up to it, and Walpole all of a sudden got this game down to a 1-run deficit.
It's now 3-2. And stepping in is Jeff Mayu with 1 down. And he looks at strike one. 3-2 Brookline now here in the top of the fourth. The 0-1 delivery to Mayu, and that's low for ball one. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two, 1-2.
Two terrific curveballs by Ruane. And Mayu not even having a chance. Didn't swing at the first one, called strike. Second one, wasn't able to catch up to it.
The 1-2 delivery, and that's low for ball two, 2-2. Mayu 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to the second baseman. Back in the second. The 2-2 pitch, and he nubs it right out to the pitcher. Ruane fields it, throws the first, and again helps himself with some good fielding, as there's now 2 down, 1-3. And that'll bring up Chris Navis, who's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher in the second.
There was a... Here you see Ruane coming off the mound again nicely. Not a very hard hit ball, but nice throw to first to get the second out.
So Navis steps in, and a swing and a miss for strike one. Looked like Ruane took a little something off that one. Nice breaking pitch.
Well, the thing that's helped him out today, he's gotten ahead of the hitters.
Yes, he has.
Anytime you do that.
There's a ball hit down the third base line, and that's foul. 0-2. Why didn't I bring my hat?
If I had another one in the truck, I would have given it to you.
The 0-2 pitch, strike
Beautiful.
3, that'll do it. As down looking is Chris Navis. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. But a home run by Mike Weber brings Walpole to within 1 at 3-2.
That was a great fastball by Alex Ruane. Froze the hitter. Really did a nice job getting ahead and getting that third out. And he's pitched. Here you see the pitch. Fastball to the outside of the plate. Great job.
Froze the hitter.
No chance.
And due up for Brookline here in the bottom of the fourth is Sean Guilfoyle, Derek Verda, and Josh Miller. 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Brookline leading 3-2 on this gorgeous day for baseball as Pat Moriarty is out there for his first full inning of work. He replaced starter Greg Coughlin last inning after Coughlin walked the leadoff man on 4 pitches as Nick Leung got aboard. Nice crowd on hand today on a beautiful day for baseball. Not a bad crowd at all. They're enjoying this one just like we are, along with the sunshine and beautiful day. So Sean Guilfoyle will step in to lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch is high for ball 1. One-oh pitch in there for a called strike. One and one to Sean Guilfoyle. And he lifts the ball to the right side, drifting back the second baseman, makes it just on the grass and the short porch and right, just on the edge of the outfield there, as that was Chris Navis with the first out of the inning.
Interesting pitch there. Pat Moriarty threw an off-speed curveball, fooled the hitter, and he kind of just reached at it.
Derek Verda steps in, 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the second inning.
So far, very impressed with Pat Moriarty.
Yep, he's pitched well since he came on last inning. And there's a strike, 1-1 to lefty Derek Verda. There's a ball outside, 2-1. So far, we've seen the outfield turf come into play on that home run ball, although, as you said, if that was hit more towards left field, they probably would have cleared the fence anyway, as hard as that ball was hit. And there's a strike, 2-2. You're right, though. If that ball had been hit a little more to left center, that would have cleared the fence at the 375-foot marker easily. The 2-2 pitch, little bit inside, full count.
Just missed.
Very, very close, and Moriarty, you could see he kind of hesitated there. He wanted that one.
Good command of his fastball right now. Good velocity.
The 3-2 pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 4. So with one down, Derek Verda's down at first with a walk. And that'll bring up Josh Miller.
Josh, one of the only sophomores on the team.
Yep.
One of 2.
Again, a veteran Brookline team, and this ball's fouled off to the left side, not a play.
A little late on the swing there.
Yeah.
Good fastball.
0-1. Miller playing third here today. One down. And Derek Verda down at first. 0-1 the count on Josh Miller. And he lifts this one on the infield along the left side, the third baseman. Weber there to make the easy catch for the second out. So he just popped that up to the third baseman for the second out, and that'll bring up Justin Freiberg, the number 9 hitter, who's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the first baseman, 3-1. Back in the second inning. Freiberg steps in from the right side with 2 down, and he hits the first pitch foul down the first base side. Not a play.
I know we're in the end of the Brookline batting order, but they're having trouble catching up to Moriarty's fastball right now.
Yes, they are. The 0-1 count is hit on the ground to the second baseman. It's going to throw to first. Let's see. In time, they just got him. Brookline didn't like that call at all. But that'll do it here in the 4th inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 3-2 Brookline on top of Walpole.
A mile and a half from Boston, there's a place where kids are learning and growing. A place where kids get the help they need to build their future. The Bird Street Community Center, celebrating 20 years of serving Dorchester's Upham's Corner, created by families who care about their children.
We all own it, you know, because we all participated in it. And I think that's the key.
Sojourner Feminist Institute, publisher Sojourner, the Women's Forum presents Out for Laughs 98, a wild night of women's comedy, Saturday, May 30th, 8 p.m. at Northeastern University's Blackman Auditorium. Bertice Berry, Diane Amos, and Marga Gomez dish up an evening of hip, smart, upbeat, and hilarious comedy. For ticket information and reservations, call 524-0415. See you at the show.
Hold your head up with pride, let the world open wide.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs that matter.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the 5th. J.R. Brow, Pat Moriarty, and Brad Stamfel. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Walpole here in the top of the 5th to face Alex Ruane. The first pitch from Ruane is ball 1 here to J.R. Brow. He reached on a single. He's 1 for 1 and scored back in the 3rd.
Probably one of the hotter afternoons for the season for both these teams. Be interesting to see how Ruane holds up as we get along in these innings.
Well, outside of that one day in late March, unless they played on that day, I'm sure this is the hottest day of the spring so far. Remember that one funny day? There's a foul tip for strike 2, 1 and 2. But remember that one day was maybe the 28th or 29th of March? It was. All right, so I guess apparently that was before the season began for these teams, but that was the only day this year until now where the temperature has been in the 80s. And quite frankly, it was a little too soon for me. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, he got him.
Yeah,
and he was lunging at that one.
Well, that was probably one of Alex Ruane's best curveballs of the day. Excellent pitch to get the strikeout.
1 down here in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up Pat Moriarty, the DH, and actually now the pitcher. He moved from DH to pitcher. He's bats 8.
You see the curveball. Great pitch by Ruane.
And the first offering in there to Moriarty is strike 1. As he steps in from the left side. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 2. Alex Ruane looks like he's getting better. Outside of the 1 ball to Mike Weber last inning, he's been stronger over the last couple innings. And the 0-2 pitch is low for ball 1. Alex Ruane. A 1-2 delivery, and that's foul tipped. Count holds. Ruane, a senior. He's pitched himself a pretty good ball game to this point here in the top of the 5th. With 1 down, A 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout of the inning for Ruane.
Looks like he's got a little slider working today, too, Richie. He's got the, here you see the pitch to Moriarty. Slow motion here. Looks like a little slider down and away. And
his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. And the first offering to Brad Stamfel, who's 1 for 1 with a single back in the 3rd, is ball 1, 1-0. 2 down, top of the 5th, and there's a ball lifted pretty high and deep to right center field, and there to make the catch is Kelvin Chin as he settles under it, the center fielder, and there are 3 up and 3 down. Very easy 5th inning for Alex Ruane.
He's rolling along nicely.
And Brookline still leads it 3-2 as they'll come to bat in the bottom of the 5th. (3-2) Brookline. Two managers having a little bit of a chat as Pat Moriarty warms up.
Yeah,
Joe Campagna, I see he's wearing a beeper. I wonder what he does in his civilian life, if you will. I don't know, but notice he's wearing a beeper. Infinite number of possibilities he could be wearing that thing.
It sounded like the two coaches were talking about who's going to get the next bad call on the bases. You got one, I got one, you got one, I got one. As long as it evens out.
That's right, that's right. Either that or where they're going to dinner after the ball game.
Well, it's nice to see the coaches get along and have a little rapport out there. And,
sure.
You know, this game's for the kids and for them to have some fun.
And they want to win, obviously.
Yeah, they do, obviously, but...
You're right. So we go to the top of the order for Brookline. Kelvin Chin will step in, followed by Nick Leung and Joe Mandra. Chin is 1 for 2 with a single. And he lifts one to right center field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. Chin takes a wide turn. He's going to head for second. The throw is going to be close, and he's safe.
Great hustle by Chin.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, he took a chance there. But he's down at second.
He's got some good speed, and he didn't he anticipated very well and
didn't hesitate.
Absolutely, and therefore he's at second base.
He saw that ball bounce, and he just made the turn.
Yeah, Dexter Perry, on this AstroTurf, you kind of have to wait for the ball to bounce and come into you, and Chin, realizing that, took advantage of the situation and heads-up play, made it to second.
Yeah. For a moment there, it looked like he might have hurt himself. The way he was kind of an awkward slide into second, but he's all right. And that'll bring up Nick Leung with a batter in scoring position and nobody down, and almost gets away from the catcher Anzalone, but he does a good job to keep it in front of him. And back to second goes Chin.
And the way Pat Moriarty and Alex Ruane are pitching, this runner at second is a huge run for Brookline to get that 2-run advantage.
No question. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-2 Brookline. But the leadoff man, Chin's in scoring position down at second. The 1-0 delivery is high for ball 2. And Leung squared around a bunt, but he took that pitch all the way as that was well high. 2-0.
It's interesting to see a pitcher when your batter squares around to try and throw a pitch out of the strike zone. I say just throw a strike. Make him make a good bunt and beat you. Get the out.
The 2-0 delivery, and that's ball 3. So you expect Leung to be taking all the way here?
Yeah, I would think so. And if he gets on, then you might.
Nobody down?
If he gets on, you'll see Brookline try to sacrifice again.
Well, you got the heart of the order coming up as Leung is the number 2 hitter. 3-0 the count to Nick Leung. Runner goes, throw down to third. He's in there, ball gets by, and Chin's going to head home, and he's going to score.
Good call by Coach Campagna. Caught Walpole sleeping. 3-0 count, man on second. Got to give the coach a lot of credit. That's a gutsy call, and it paid off.
And it was ball 4 on the pitch anyway. So Leung gets on aboard a walk.
Here you see Chin sliding into third, way ahead of the throw. Ball goes by third baseman Weber, and Chin goes in easily. And we still have no outs.
And the throw down to first, and back in there is Leung. So Joe Mandra steps in with nobody down and a run home, and that all-important 2-run cushion now back up there for Brookline as they lead it 4-2.
A little hustle by Chin looms large right now.
Boy, sure does. Another throw to first, and back in there is Leung. Joe Mandra at the plate. 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the first, and reached on a fielder's choice back in the third. There's a strike. And Mandra a little upset with himself, I think. He laid off that pitch, and as soon as it nestled into the catcher's glove, he knew he should have swung the bat.
Yeah, he missed a good pitch to hit there, that's for sure.
The 0-1 delivery, a curveball, and that's lifted to left center field, and coming in to make the catch, the left fielder J.R. Brow. And hustling back to first is Nick Leung. So now there's 1 down. And that'll bring up Alex Ruane, who's 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the first, and he popped out to the third baseman in the third.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, I think, is the curveball. You see Mandra there, he stayed with it well. He just got under it a little bit.
So 1 down now, and Ruane steps back a bit as that's ball 1. That's somebody warming up in the Walpole bullpen. If we had a roster, we could give you a name, but unfortunately we don't. Moriarty, though, pitching pretty well. There's a ball hit right back to Moriarty, and he's not going to have a play. He was able to get a piece of it, but it got behind him just a bit. And by the time he got to the ball, the runner was down the first base line as Ruane is aboard. And how's that going to be ruled?
There you see a pretty hard hit ball back to Moriarty. Looked like he should have had that ball. Probably should be an error.
See what our official scorer has to say.
And he just doesn't have time to get the runner out at first.
And that's ruled an error. The throw down to second, not in time. So Ruane aboard. He won. And Carlton Ashley steps in. He walked and scored, or walked and actually ended the first when he was caught stealing and grounded out to the pitcher back in the third. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is a ball to Carlton Ashley. So 1 run is in. It's 4-2 Brookline. 1 down, 1-0 the count to Carlton Ashley. Pat Moriarty on the hill. We're in the bottom of the 5th. As you see our score. Moriarty pitching from the stretch. And stepping out was the hitter. Let's see.
It was a pitch, but I think it was a ball. I'm surprised the umpire didn't give the batter time out there. He gave him plenty of notice.
Seemed that way, didn't it?
Yes.
So the count is 2-0. That's one way to take a ball, huh? Ashley was 5 feet from the plate. 2-0 the count to Carlton Ashley with 1 down and a runner in scoring position. And that time he's knocked off the plate a bit. 3-0. So now Moriarty having some control problems. Greg Coughlin having control problems back in the 3rd inning, which was when Moriarty came on.
Well, he's had 2 errors in the inning and a walk. And he's thrown 3 balls here, so he's a little frustrated right now.
Yeah, and rightfully so. One down, bottom of the 5th. Nick Leung down at second. 3-0 the count to Carlton Ashley. And that ball's hit pretty solidly to center field, and that's going to be in there. And that's going to roll all the way to the fence. Picked up by the right fielder, Mao, and one run will score. And now on the overthrow, that's going to be a triple.
Yeah, that was a stand-up triple. Both runs scored. Great hit by Ashley. That's clutch.
So 2 runs come in ahead of Carlton Ashley, who hits a triple. Stand-up triple with 2 RBI on the play.
Coach Campagna giving him the green light on 3-0. Pays off.
And it's now 6-2 Brookline. So they've scored 3 here in the bottom of the 5th and broken this one open a bit. We're talking about that 1 run being a big run, and here's 2 more. 6-2 Brookline. And to this point, that's the hit of the ball game.
Absolutely.
And it shows you how badly the couple of errors in this inning have hurt the Rebels.
Well, two good coaching decisions that have paid off too for Brookline. 3-0 count earlier in the inning. Runner on second, steal. Catches Walpole by surprise. They overthrow third, run scores. 3-0 to Ashley. Coach lets him hit. Hits a triple. Good aggressive coaching by Brookline.
This might be it for Moriarty, as they're having a conference on the mound. We've already gone to the bullpen once here this afternoon. It's 6-2 Brookline in the bottom of the 5th. We are scheduled to play 9. You'd think this is Fenway Park, the way they're...
Actually, if it was pro ball, they'd be breaking this up about now.
Right, exactly. And that is going to be it, as we do have a pitching change. Moriarty didn't pitch that badly.
No. It's funny, though, how a couple of plays in an inning can just ruin a pitcher's confidence, and he gets tired. A couple extra pitches can kill you. Because he had his fastball going pretty good.
Yes, he did.
Brookline was having a tough time catching up to it.
There's that young man. It's about the age of your son, isn't he?
Yep. 18 months.
Cute as a button. Looks like he's rounding the bases. Heading for home. He is a cute young man. 6-2 Brookline as we have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th. Do our best to get the name of the Walpole pitcher. We don't have that.
He's probably wondering where the ice cream truck is.
Again, 6-2 as we have a pitching change for Walpole. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli and our Cablevision 21 sports crew. Our producer director today is Chris Larson in the truck.
Go, boy. Go, Sean.
Steve Terrio, the new pitcher for Walpole. And Terrio will face Sean Guilfoyle with 1 aboard and 1 out here. And he looks at ball 1. Carlton Ashley with a 2-run triple, stand-up triple down at third with only 1 out. And I'm sure the Warriors would like to get another one out of this. And there's a little nubber. That's foul up the first base side. And fortunately for Walpole, it stays foul. That ball had bounced back fair. It would have scored the run, as Ashley was already home. Guilfoyle, by the way, 0 for 1. Actually 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first, and he popped out to the second baseman in the 4th.
We talked about 10 wins to get you to the tournament.
This would be number 9 for Brookline here today if they can hang on. They lead at 6-2 with 1 down. The 1-1 pitch, and that's lifted to the left side. The runner is able to score as Ashley crosses the plate, but they do get the out at first. Good 6-4. Pretty good play by Beltrami. He did look home, but he knew he didn't have him as Ashley was gone on the contact. And Ashley comes home with the 7th run.
Yeah, he did a great job because he recognized that it wasn't a hard hit ball and the shortstop would not have a shot at him, and didn't hesitate and was able to score the run.
Swing and a miss to Derek Verda for strike 1. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd, walked back in the 4th. The 0-1 delivery, and there's a ball lifted to the left side, and that's going to drop in for a base hit as Derek Verda's aboard. And this is going to be the 8th batter of the inning for Brookline as Josh Miller comes to the plate with 2 down.
Tell you, Brookline continues to punch, swing, very aggressive at the plate, and it's paying off. They're starting to put together some runs and hits here.
They've scored 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. And they lead 7-2, and there's a foul ball for strike 1 to Josh Miller. Miller singled and scored in the 2nd, and he popped out to the 3rd baseman back in the 4th. He is 1 for 2. 0-1 to Josh Miller. There's strike 2.
One thing to point out, too, Richie, Brookline's only struck out once so far today. That's an attribute to the hitting.
No question. The 0-2 pitch, and he just got a piece of that one to stay alive. I think that Cablevision crew brings over the iced tea or the lemonade between innings. I'm a little parched. Just wondering.
We were lucky to get a half a can of bug spray.
1-2 the count to Josh Miller. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. 7-2 Brookline. A 1-2 delivery, and there's ball 2, 2-2.
Pretty good fastball by Terrio, just missed outside.
And of course, Walpole wants to get out of here now. They already trail by 5. They don't want any more damage. They really can't afford any more.
Now 5 runs is a big deficit to make up, especially late in the game. A good hitting club like Brookline.
The 3-2 delivery, and that's inside for ball 4. So now runners in 1st and 2nd. As Verda goes down to 2nd, Miller aboard at 1st on the walk, and the number 9 hitter, Justin Freiberg, comes to the plate with 2 down and 2 on. Freiberg 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher. And the 2nd baseman, the pitcher back in the 2nd, the 2nd baseman back in the 4th. And he swings at the first offering, and there's a foul ball right into the Brookline dugout. Nimbly getting out of the way of that one was Corey Nadler. He hopped out of that one pretty quick. Good thing, too, he was paying attention. Wasn't hit that hard, but it wasn't hit that soft either. The 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled back, 0-2. So Freiberg behind 0-2 with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and Brookline leading 7-2. Steve Terrio, 3rd pitcher of the afternoon for Walpole. The 0-2 pitch, big curveball lifted, foul to the right side, and let's see, did it fall in foul territory? It did. First baseman overran it, Stample overran it and could not get back to get the ball.
Yeah, this has been a rough inning for Walpole. That should have been an out. You can't give him an error on that because he didn't touch the ball, but certainly routine fly ball. Unfortunately, the inning continues for Walpole. Here you see the first baseman, Stample, overruns it.
Just overran it. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, so it doesn't matter. as they finally get out of the inning, but not before Brookline scores 4. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. It's 7-2 Brookline.
Attention golf lovers, join the Golden Splendor Cultural Center for its 5th annual Strokes for Youth golf tournament on Saturday, June 20th at the Franklin Park Golf Course. Enjoy a day of prizes, celebrities, and fun. Win a car at our hole-in-one hole. Pros share a $2,500 purse. All levels are welcome. Proceeds are going toward youth scholarships and programs. For more information, call Shirley Jones at 696-5787.
Hi, I'm Coach Willie May of WILD Radio and Fox Sports New England. The Sportsman's Tennis Club invites you to a special weekend celebration on Saturday, May 30th. Join us for dinner, dancing, and the dedication of the Jim and Gloria Smith Tennis Center. On May 31st, compete in the Industry and Community Investing and Children's Tennis Tournament. Both events take place at the Sportsman's Tennis Club in Dorchester. Proceeds will support programs for inner city youth. For more information, call Sandra Wilson at 288-9092.
And welcome back to Parsons Field. Rich Levine along with Jim Piatelli. Our producer-director today, Chris Larson in the truck. And our Cablevision 21 Sports Group. Glad to have you with us as we go to the top of the 6th. Alex Ruane leading now. He has a 5-run cushion. We go back to the top of the order for Walpole. Ryan Beltrami, Dexter Perry, and Mark Anzalone. Beltrami on the afternoon, 0 for 2. Popped out. Fly ball to right field in the first, and he flied out to the left fielder in the third, and there's strike 1. 0-1 the count to Ryan Beltrami. And Alex Ruane continues to pitch well here this afternoon. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And we talked about it earlier in the ball game, Jim, but big key to his success, as it is for any pitcher. He's been around the plate and stayed ahead of the hitters.
Absolutely, he's done just that.
Beltrami, the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1.
Good waste pitch there, 0-2.
The 1-2 delivery, and that's hit foul down the third base line. Count holds.
Rebels need to get something going here. Down by 5.
There's ball 2, 2-2. Red Sox need to get something going again, too. Having lost their last 4. They return home tonight. Open a weekend series.
You know what's going to hurt them? It's losing Butch Henry.
Big time.
They're talking about the Red Sox and why they're slumping. No one talks about Butch Henry.
Well, that hurts. Full count here to Beltrami, and there's strike 3, and he knew it.
Great pitch. Great fastball.
Well, that was a terrific pitch. The other thing nobody's talking about is we'll take another look at that strikeout for Ruane, his 6th.
And he continues to be in command of all pitches.
Boy, that was a great pitch just on the outside corner. Dexter Perry 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first and grounded out to the third baseman back in the third, and he looks at ball 1.
Close call.
The other thing hurting the Red Sox right now is no Nomar.
Oh, yeah.
Take that young man out of the lineup, and boy, that team just looks different. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Without him, I mean, he is, I guess, really in the last, 4 or 5 days, you can see the value he has.
Absolutely.
On both sides, offensively and defensively. Ball 2, 2-1.
You go from a guy like him to Buford leading off.
Big difference.
Night and day.
And he brings all those intangibles. There's a ball. That's hit pretty hard to the right side. And out there and making a nice running catch is the center fielder. Kelvin Chin. He's had himself a pretty good afternoon. Nice catch right there. Nice running catch. He was on his horse. He's able to pull that one in.
He's had a heck of a baseball career at Brookline High. See, today he's a good hitter, has good speed, and does a great job in the outfield.
Ran the bases well. He's done everything today. 2 down now. And a swing and a miss to Mark Anzalone. Anzalone 0 for 2. He struck out swinging back in the first and popped out to the right fielder in the fourth. The 0-1 pitch, and that's low for ball 1, 1-1. 2 down here. We're in the top of the 6th. 7-2 Brookline. Mark Anzalone, the catcher. A 1-1 pitch, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit, and that's going to roll all the way to the fence. Anzalone digging for second, and he's going to head for third. Anzalone heads into third, and he's going to head for home. Here comes the relay throw. Anzalone's going to be in there, and he's got a home run. So Anzalone gets one back for Walpole, as that ball just nestled in between the center fielder and the right fielder. Chin and Ashley rolled all the way to the fence, and we talked about that turf. Once that ball bounces and gets by the outfielders, it's going to roll a long way.
Well, one of the things I think happened too here you'll see the replay, is Chin and Ashley didn't talk out there. And they both kind of looked at the ball and gave up on it. And it gets by them, and once the ball's by you out there, that's 4 bases.
So Anzalone gets a home run, and the 3rd run of the afternoon for Walpole. It's now 7-3, and that'll bring up Mike Weber. Ruane, who was cruising along, now has a 4-run lead, and there's a ball lifted to the right side and foul and out of play for strike 1.
It's funny, that same ball hit the left field, hits the fence, and it's maybe just a single. A long single or a double maybe.
There's a ball hit right to the shortstop, up with it and over to first in time. Josh Miller with a nice play, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. But Walpole gets one back as we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-3 Brookline on the home run by Mark Anzalone. And for Brookline, you go back to the top of the order. They batted around in the 5th. So back to the top of the order as Kelvin Chin will lead off for the 2nd straight inning, followed by Nick Leung and Joe Mandra. There you see the line score to this point. 4 hits for Walpole, 6 for Brookline. And Brookline leads at 7-3.
I think the difference in the game has been the errors by Walpole and the timely hitting. The triple by Ashley.
Yep.
And the errors and walks have killed them, because Brookline's only have 6 hits and 7 runs.
Again, a gorgeous, gorgeous spring day here at Parsons Field in Brookline. We're glad to have you with us for our Cablevision 21 Sports Game of the Week. Couldn't ask for a nicer day. Oh.
Gorgeous.
This kind of day makes you feel good to be alive. After all that rain, we deserve a couple of these, don't we? What, until 2 days ago, it rained every day but one this entire month? Till Tuesday or Wednesday of this week? So we deserve a few of these. Actually, we're owed a few more.
I have 2 lawns to cut, so.
And right now the grass is really growing with all that rain and the warm weather. But you know that already since you have 2 lawns to mow.
Hey, Cal, come on, Cal. Go, Cal. You can't see it, Cal.
Kelvin Chin will step in. Chin 2 for 3. Couple of singles. And he scored a run. As he steps in against Terrio. First pitch of the bottom of the 6th, swing and a miss, strike 1. Pretty good swing of that one.
He doesn't get cheated on many cuts.
There's a ball that's popped up on the infield. And the shortstop, Beltrami, over to make the catch for the first out.
Good curveball by Steve Terrio. He got chin lunging, able to get the fly out to short.
So one down now for Nick Leung. Leung has walked all 3 times he's come to the plate. And scored twice. Talked about the walks along with the errors hurting Walpole. Well, there's a young man who's walked 3 times and scored 2 of them. He looks at a big curveball for strike 1. Nice breaking pitch right there from Terrio. Bottom of the 6th, 7-3 Brookline. The 0-1 delivery and the off-speed pitch lifted on the ground. Shortstop up with it, over and not in time as he pulled the first baseman off the bag. That time Beltrami with the throw to Stample, and he drew him off the first base bag, so Leung aboard on the error.
Yeah, that wasn't a hard hit ball, and Beltrami was deep in the hole. Had to go to his right, and here you'll see the play. Beltrami goes to his right, had to kind of rush the throw, and consequently pulls the first baseman Stample off the base. Base hit.
All right. So Mandra swings at the first pitch. Might be double play. They get one, and they get the double play. 6-4-3. Or 4-6-3, excuse me. And that'll end it. Here in the bottom of the 6th. They go to the top of the 7th. It's 7-3 Brookline. I stand corrected. Bottom of the 7th.
Oh, is it the bottom of the 7th?
It is the bottom of the 7th.
But they had the 6th up there.
They did, and that's
on
what
the
threw me.
I thought we were moving along a little quicker than that.
We'll take a break anyway and come back with more. It's 7-3 Brookline.
As a cancer survivor, I know the importance of treatments. Please join me in supporting the American Cancer Society by participating on June 5th and 6th in our 24-hour Relay for Life fundraising event, celebrating cancer survivors. The money raised will provide important programs and services in your community. For more information and to sign up to participate as a survivor or walker, contact the American Cancer Society, 437-1900.
Hey, Boston and Brookline. Cablevision's award-winning Extra Help is searching for EJs for next season. My fellow EJs and I are moving on, so Extra Help is looking for high school students to replace us. Auditions will be held on Saturday, May 30th from 12 noon till 3 p.m. at Cablevision, located at 179 Amory Street in Brookline. For further info, contact Extra Help at 731-4160, extension 122.
Would you like to promote your nonprofit organization or event on television? Do you think it will cost a fortune to do so? Well, it doesn't. It's absolutely free. Cablevision of Boston and Brookline would like to invite you to participate in its monthly PSA Day program at our studio in Brookline. For 1 hour, Cablevision will assist you in creating a 30-second public service announcement. This PSA is your chance to reach thousands of Cablevision viewers on networks such as MTV, A&E, Lifetime, and CNN. Take a look at the possibilities. PSA Day is fun and easy to do. If you'd like to learn more about Cablevision's PSA Day program, please call 731-4160, extension 136.
And welcome back as we are in the top of the 7th. A little confusion there. And the first pitch, Jeff May is swinging at the first pitch, lifted to left center and making the catch is Kelvin Chin for one quick out here in the top of the 7th.
Here we'll see the slow motion replay on the double play of Walpole just turned. A little question whether or not Walpole had the run at first. Looks like he was definitely safe at first.
Yeah, sure looked like it on that replay. This will bring up Chris Navis with one down. Navis looks at ball 1. Navis 0 for 2 this afternoon. He struck out looking in the 4th. One of 6 Ks for Alex Ruane. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 with one down here in the top of the 7th. So Walpole down to their final 9 outs here. And it's 2-1. 7-3 Brookline. J.R. Brow is on deck. There's a ball hit to the left side. And Chin over to make the catch. He covers a lot of ground out there. And there's 2 down. And that'll bring up J.R. Brow. He singled and scored in the 3rd. And struck out swinging in the 5th.
Seems to really have a good time out there and does cover a lot of ground. He's a good, very good center fielder.
So Brow steps in against Alex Ruane, who's gone the entire way, and he looks at strike 1. Ruane's pitched himself a pretty good ball game here this afternoon. He and his Brookline teammates lead it 7-3 here. And he skipped that one up to the plate, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, strike 2. Just over the outside corner. A 1-2 with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And he just got a piece of that one to stay alive.
Interesting, Alex came with a fastball, a 1-2 count there.
See what he does again on 1-2. Another fastball, and that's hit down to the second baseman. Losing the ball momentarily is Freiberg, and he's not going to have a play. So Freiberg just couldn't come up with that one, and it was hit pretty cleanly to him. He just didn't come up with it.
Yeah, he's got to be able to come. That's definitely an error on the second baseman, Freiberg. Routine ground ball the second. He kind of let it play him. Unfortunately for Ruane, late in the game, you need to get these outs.
Pat Moriarty steps in with 2 down now and a runner at first.
Bellahead?
I think he's like A-B-D-E-L-L-A-H.
7-3 Brookline. First offering in there to Moriarty is a ball, 1-0.
We got Anthony
Adelahead?
Abdellahead.
Abdellahead on
Anthony.
deck. Scheduled to pinch hit for Brad Stamfel. But first, there's a throw to first, and back in there safely is Brow. But Pat Moriarty has a 1-1 count at the plate with 2 down. 7-3 Brookline here in the top of the 7th. Alex Ruane. 2-1.
Ooh.
2-2 the count.
Look like Alex got a break there from the umpire. Pitch a little high and outside. He'll take it.
There's the 2-2 delivery, and that's a little low for ball 3. Full count. with 2 down. And J.R. Brow down at first will be off with the pitch. Here in the top of the 7th, Brookline leads by 4. A 3-2 pitch, and there's a ball popped to center field. Chin coming in, makes a nice running catch.
Great catch, great catch. Got a good jump on the ball. That wouldn't have been caught by the shorter second baseman.
Nope. Chin with another nice defensive play, and Walpole comes up empty as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Due up for Brookline. That'll be the cleanup hitter, Alex Ruane, Carlton Ashley, the number 5 hitter, and Sean Guilfoy, the number 6 hitter. So the heart of the order coming up. Let's take another look at that catch by Chin. Nice running catch.
Yeah, it's one of those balls that usually drops in, and Chin got a great jump on it. Shows his good speed. Makes a terrific catch.
He doesn't have that speed. He doesn't get to that one.
No.
No way.
He got a good jump on it, too. That helps.
Yep. Have to find out who the new Walpole hurler is. As he's out there to take some warm-up tosses. Again, fortunately, we weren't able to get a roster from Walpole before the start of this broadcast. Seven to 3 Brookline here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 4th pitcher of the afternoon on the mound for Walpole. Donna Rubin.
Something like that.
Our coach just kind of said it quickly as he walked away. So Donna Rubin, the 4th pitcher of the day for Walpole.
And I think his first name is Allen.
It definitely is Allen. That much I heard. Now we know that Alex Ruane is the man leading off here in the last of the 7th. Ruane reached on an error in the 5th. He's 0 for 3 in the afternoon. And he's ahead on the count 1-0. And there's ball 2. 2-0. And he hits it pretty hard. And making a nice running catch in left field is J.R. Brow. So there's 1 down.
It's down the line on the left field side of the left field is only 330, so your left fielder really doesn't have to play too deep because he's got the fence there, so it's kind of a disadvantage for the hitters.
And there's ball 1 to Carlton Ashley. Ashley, of course, the stand-up triple, the 2-run triple back in the 5th to break this one open. And he hits one to the right side, coming in, the right fielder. Now he's going to drift back just a bit, and Jeff Mayo makes the catch for the 2nd out. So a fly ball to left field, a fly ball to right field, and there's 2 down for Sean Guilfoy. Guilfoy 0 for 3 here today. Ellen Abderrubin. There's ball 1. Works reasonably quickly. That's one nice thing about high school baseball. These pitchers don't waste a lot of time between pitch. They get the sign, they look in, and they throw it. Ball 2. Most of them, I should say. Not all.
Yeah, this is one of the first high school games we've done where we've seen 4 pitches for the same team.
There's a ball lifted to the right side in foul territory, and the first baseman comes over. Stamfel makes the catch, and that'll do it here. And the last of the 7th. We'll go to the top of the 8th. It's 7 to 3 Brookline.
As a cancer survivor, I know the importance of treatments. Please join me in supporting the American Cancer Society by participating on June 5th and 6th in our 24-hour Relay for Life fundraising event, celebrating cancer survivors. The money raised will provide important programs and services in your community. For more information and to sign up to participate as a survivor or walker, contact the American Cancer Society, 437-1900.
Hi, I'm Coach Willie May of WILD Radio and Fox Sports New England. The Sportsman's Tennis Club invites you to a special weekend celebration on Saturday, May 30th. Join us for dinner, dancing, and the dedication of the Jim and Gloria Smith Tennis Center. On May 31st, compete in the Industry and Community Investing and Children's Tennis Tournament. Both events take place at the Sportsman's Tennis Club in Dorchester. Proceeds will support programs for inner city youth. For more information, call Sandra Wilson at 288-9092.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the 8th. Alex Ruane cruising along, leading 7-3 out for his 8th inning of work. He'll face the number 9 hitter, and that's going to be Anthony Abdellahed, as he's going to pinch hit for, actually it is Brad Stempfel up there. So Stempfel stays in the game. We were originally told they were going to pinch hit for him, but Stempfel stays out there, and he looks at ball 1. So Stempfel, the number 9 hitter, and he'll be followed by Beltrami and Perry at the top of the order. The 1-0 delivery, and that's low for ball 2. Stempfel 1 for 2 in the afternoon, singled back in the 3rd and popped out, flied out to center field back in the 5th. There's a strike, 2-1.
Interesting to see how long Alex Ruane can go in this game. The workhorse so far.
Yeah, he's pitching here in the 8th. 3-1.
He's also batted for himself.
Cleanup.
Cleanup.
The 3-1 pitch. There's it. Strike 2. Right in there. And Stanfield taking all the way.
He's also got 3 assists.
Yeah. The 3-2 pitch, and that's ball 4. So Stanfield draws a leadoff walk here to begin the 8th. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Leadoff hitter Ryan Beltrami, who is 0 for 3. 6 strikeouts for Ruane on the afternoon. And that pitch a little low for ball 1. So he's having a little trouble finding the plate to start the 8th here.
Getting behind on both hitters so far this inning.
Yep, and that's been his strength here today, as we've talked about, staying ahead on the count. There's a ball. Hit right back to him. Down to second for 1. To first. Double play. Well, that'll help you out. Ruane over to Freiberg to Guilfoy for the double play as it goes 1-4 to 3.
1-4 to 3. And beautiful thing for Brookline High right now. As Ruane walks the first batter, is able to get a ground ball back to himself and makes an excellent 1-4-3 double play.
And the first pitch to Dexter Perry is ball 1.
He hesitated a second there, almost cost him the double play, but shortstop.
As ball's lifted, foul territory right side, and coming in to make a nice running catch is the first baseman Sean Guilfoy. And that's it in the top of the 8th quickly, as they got the leadoff walk, but then the 1-4-3 double play and the ball by Perry that was popped out to the first baseman. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Brookline still leading by 4. 7-3.
Here we're going to do a two-angle replay on the double play turn by Ruane, Millen, and Guilfoy. Here you see it. Nice job. Here we'll see the other angle. Kind of a high throw by Ruane, but Millen able to turn it very nicely over to Guilfoy.
And some nice camera work there by our Cablevision 21 sports crew. So Alan Abdul-Rubin back out there for the 8th inning for Walpole. He is the 4th pitcher of the afternoon. You'd think you're at Fenway Park with all the pitching changes we've seen. 7-3 Brookline here in the bottom of the 8th. Due up the bottom of the order, Derek Verda, Josh Miller, and Justin Freiberg, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Could you imagine if they expanded the rosters by 2 or 3 players?
No.
You'd see a pitching change from the 4th inning on.
You would. The new rule of thumb, instead of the starter going 6 or 7 for a quality start, it would be 4 or 5. First pitch swinging, and there's a ball lifted to the right side, and it's a base, it's a fly ball out. Hard to pick up the ball against the sun, even with sunglasses here, and that ball was popped out to the center fielder in short center field as Dexter Perry made the catch for 1 away.
Yeah, from where we're sitting, it looked like it might have dropped in.
It did.
But it hung up there.
And again, first ball swinging. Second baseman up with it, over to first. In time. Nice play right there for Chris Nieves. That was a beautiful play, went ranging far to his right. And in one motion, turned and fired a strike to Stample.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd had a chance. But slow-running Stample, Chris Nieves was able to go to his right, stay down the ball, pivot, and throw the runner out. Great.
That might have been the best defensive play this afternoon.
Absolutely was.
That was beautiful.
Outstanding play.
2 down. And that'll bring up Justin Freiberg, who's 0 for 3. And he looks at strike 1. The 0-1 delivery, and that's lifted to the left, deep left field, and backing up and making the catch is J.R. Brow. So an easy 1, 2, 3, 8th inning for Walpole. We go to the... Let's take another look at that outstanding defensive play for Walpole.
By Chris Nieves. Here you see the ground ball. He goes to his right, stops, throws.
That really
Excellent
was
job.
pretty. All right, we'll take a break and come back.
But here we see another angle. Bingo.
That
Great
really
job.
was beautiful. All right, now we'll take a break and come back with the top of the 9th. It's 7-3 Brookline.
Attention golf lovers, join the Golden Splendor Cultural Center for its 5th annual Strokes for Youth golf tournament on Saturday, June 20th at the Franklin Park Golf Course. Enjoy a day of prizes, celebrities, and fun. Win a car without holding one hole. Pros share a $2,500 purse. All levels are welcome. Proceeds are going toward youth scholarships and programs. For more information, call Shirley Jones at 696-5787.
Hold your head up with pride. Let the world open wide.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs that matter.
Steps in to lead off the 9th and looks at strike 1 from Alex Ruane, who looks like he is going to attempt to go the complete game route. He leads 7-3 right now. Last ups for Walpole here in the top of the 9th. There's a ball hit down to the third baseman. Joe Mandra up with it over to Guilfoyle, and there's 1 away.
Big out for Ruane. Nice play by Mandra.
Mike Weber and Jeff Mayu.
Brookline's done a good job defensively today. Only 1 error, and they've made some good plays in the field.
Weber, the cleanup hitter. At the plate with his club down 4 runs and trying to get a rally going here.
Ooh, just missed. Good pitch.
2-0. Brookline looking to win their 2nd game of the week. Walpole trying to avoid losing their 2nd game of the week. And that's ball 3. 3-0. Again, our home plate umpire today, Barry Simon. Field ump, Ralph Coughlin. And 4 pitches and a walk with 1 down to Mike Weber. So perhaps Mr. Ruane starting to tire a bit out there.
Well, with all the rain and delays we've had in the last couple of weeks, if you're getting 9 innings out of your pitcher, it's certainly got to give the pitching staff some rest, some needed rest.
There's a strike to Jeff Mayu.
I was reading in the Globe about how the rain really screwed up a lot of the MIA leagues as far as lacrosse, not just baseball.
Every spring sport.
Every spring sport.
Oh, yeah. And there's a ball foul tip, strike 2. 0-2. Oh, yeah. Last week and a half, any outdoor activities, forget about it. It's been rained out pretty much straight through.
Golf courses have been closed, too.
And you know that all too well, don't you? The 0-2 delivery, and that's outside just a bit. 1-2. Mike Weber down at first with a 1-out walk. Brookline leads 7-3, 1-2 the count to Jeff Mayu as Alex Ruane trying to close him down here.
Nice
and
pitch.
There's a foul tip as he just stays alive.
Gutsy performance by Alex Ruane.
Yeah, he's pitched a nice ball game today. And he's gone the whole way. 1-2 the count to Mayu. Weber down at first. 1 out here in the 9th. And there's a ball hit on the ground right to the shortstop to second for 1. Throw to first. Not in time.
Good call by the ump.
So legging it out to keep it alive was Mayu.
Nice try there by Josh Millen. Here you see a sharply hit ball to Josh Miller, I'm sorry. Just not able to
Not able to turn the double play.
Not quite able to turn it.
It's Joe Campagna heading back to the Brookline dugout. So now there are 2 down with the runner at first, and Brookline in control, leading 7-3. And Chris Navis at the plate. Walpole down to their final out. There's a ball hit down to the third baseman. Nice play by Mandra. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. So Alex Ruane goes 9 innings to get the complete game win. And Brookline wins their 2nd game of the week, their 9th of the year. And they are now 1 win away from the automatic playoff berth. Good win here today for Brookline. We'll take a break and come back and wrap this one up. Your final, Brookline, 7-3.
It is a naval battle unlike any other. It isn't being fought on the high seas with sophisticated weaponry. It's being fought in America's neighborhoods by forces armed only with commitment and compassion. Because the men and women of the Navy not only combat aggression, they also combat homelessness, hunger, loneliness, drug abuse, and illiteracy. By initiating a series of community service programs that restore people's hopes and enrich people's lives. And while their exploits aren't honored with medals or celebrated with parades, it's hard to imagine a more moving tribute.
He played 476 games with the Bruins. He scored 318 goals and had 226 assists.
This is Guillaume holding his hero, Cam Neely.
It's quite a card you got there.
Hey,
what's going on?
Roy.
This is Cam Neely holding his hero, Guillaume. Make-A-Wish Foundation of Greater Boston has granted over 800 wishes, and we've just begun.
Attention golf lovers, join the Golden Splendor Cultural Center for its 5th annual Strokes for Youth golf tournament on Saturday, June 20th at the Franklin Park Golf Course. Enjoy a day of prizes, celebrities, and fun. Win a car at our hole-in-one hole. Pros share a $2,500 purse. All levels are welcome. Proceeds are going toward youth scholarships and programs. For more information, call Shirley Jones at 696-5787.
Sojourner Feminist Institute, publisher Sojourner, the Women's Forum presents Out for Laughs 98, a wild night of women's comedy, Saturday, May 30th, 8 p.m. at Northeastern University's Blackman Auditorium. Bertice Berry, Diane Amos, and Marga Gomez dish up an evening of hip, smart, upbeat, and hilarious comedy. For ticket information and reservations, call 524-0415. See you at the show.
As a cancer survivor, I know the importance of treatments. Please join me in supporting the American Cancer Society by participating on June 5th and 6th in our 24-hour Relay for Life fundraising event, celebrating cancer survivors. The money raised will provide important programs and services in your community. For more information and to sign up to participate as a survivor or walker, contact the American Cancer Society, 437-1900.
And welcome back as we wrap this one up. Brookline wins their 2nd game of the week, their 9th of the year. They're now 9-4. Walpole drops to 8-5. Brookline wins at 7-3. As you see the final line score there, 7 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for Brookline. Walpole with 3 runs, 4 hits, and 4 errors. They also issued 6 walks. So between those 4 errors and the 6 walks, those are 2 factors that really proved to be the Rebels' undoing here this afternoon, Jim.
Absolutely. 6 walks. It's like giving up 6 hits. So, you know, in 4 errors, that's just not good good pitching or defense. And anytime you do that, you're going to give up runs, Richie.
And the key hit in this ball game came when Carlton Ashley had a stand-up 2-run triple in the 5th inning. And that 5th inning, the 4-run inning, when Brookline broke this game open, and that was the key hit of the inning by Ashley. The only player, by the way, for Brookline to have a multiple hit game was Kelvin Chin, who had himself a terrific afternoon as he finished 2 for 4 at the plate.
Another big play of the game, too, was the single Chin had, and he turned it into a double, heads-up base running on his part, stole third. The ball went past. That gave him the 2-run lead, and then the triple by Ashley. So that Chin and Ashley really made a difference in the game, and obviously Ruane's pitching.
Alex Ruane gets the win here today. Greg Coughlin takes the loss. That brings us to our next broadcast of Cablevision 21 Sports. Some high school baseball coming your way. These same Brookline Warriors will take on the Framingham Rebels on the 29th of May. That's a 7:30 broadcast. So we hope you'll join us for that one. But a good win here this afternoon, Jim, for Brookline.
Yeah, great effort. Everyone contributed. They had some great plays by Mander at third. Sean Guilfoy did a great job at first. Ashley made a couple of nice catches. And Chin, outstanding in center field, really did a nice job. So big win, their 9th win of the season. So hopefully they'll make the playoffs.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for this afternoon. We want to thank our producer-director, Chris Larson, and our entire Cablevision 21 Sports Group for all their help here this afternoon on a beautiful day for baseball. And we thank you for joining us. For Jim Piatelli, I'm Rich Levine. Your final once again, Brookline beats Walpole 7-3. We'll see you next time, everybody.